I need to talk about something that's been weighing on me, something that happened in my marriage that I'm still trying to process. And I'm sharing this because I genuinely don't know what to think, and maybe some of you have been through something similar. It's about social media, trust, and where we draw the line in a relationship. It all started a few weeks ago, completely by accident. I was just scrolling through TikTok. You know, the usual stuff, funny clips, life hacks, the algorithm doing its thing. Then, a video popped up on my For You page that made me stop. The woman in the video looked incredibly familiar. It took me a second to realize. It was my wife. I was confused. My wife and I share a lot, and I knew she had a TikTok account, one we both followed each other on. But this wasn't that account. This was a completely different profile, one I had never seen before. The username was different. The profile picture was different. It was a secret account. My first thought wasn't even anger, it was just pure confusion. Why would she have another account? Maybe it was for a hobby she didn't think I'd be interested in, like gardening or something. I wish that's what it was. Curiosity got the better of me, and I clicked on her profile. What I found just sent my head spinning. The account had thousands of followers, way more than her public one, and the content was a side of my wife I had never seen before. The videos weren't just dance trends or funny skits. They were different. She was doing these lip-sync videos to suggestive songs, making flirty faces at the camera, wearing outfits that were clearly meant to be attention-grabbing. A lot of the videos were framed in a way that felt very single, very available. There were clips of her winking at the camera with captions like, "Waiting for my type to show up," or "When you re-bored," and "Single. Single, we've been married for 5 years." I felt like I was watching a stranger. This wasn't the woman I came home to every night. This wasn't the woman I built a life with. The person in these videos was performing for an audience of strangers, seeking their validation and attention in a way that felt deeply personal and, honestly, a little desperate. I started scrolling through the comments, and that's when a knot formed in my stomach. The comment section was flooded with men, hundreds of them. They were leaving comments like, "Wow, you're gorgeous. I wish you were my girl," and other things that were much more direct and inappropriate. And she was replying to them. She was liking their comments, sending back winky face emojis, and engaging in this flirty banter. There were men in her DMs, I'm sure of it. I just sat there, staring at my phone, feeling a mix of shock, hurt, and betrayal. It felt like I had stumbled upon a secret life. The worst part wasn't the videos themselves, as much as they bothered me. The worst part was the secrecy, the fact that she had created this entire online persona and deliberately hidden it from me. It felt like a fundamental breach of trust. We promised to be a team, to be open and honest with each other. Hiding an entire social media account where you're pretending to be single and flirting with other men. That doesn't feel like being on a team. It felt like she was living a double life. I didn't know what to do. Should I confront her? Should I pretend I never saw it? I spent the rest of the day in a daze. Every time I looked at her, all I could see were those videos, those comments. The woman who was making dinner with me was the same woman who, just hours before, was winking at 1,000 strangers online. The disconnect was jarring. I knew I couldn't let it go. This wasn't something I could just sweep under the rug. The dishonesty was eating me alive. That night, after we put the kids to bed, I decided to talk to her. I tried to be as calm as possible. I didn't want to start a huge fight. I just wanted to understand. I sat down next to her on the couch and said, "Hey, I saw something today that confused me." I showed her my phone with her secret TikTok account pulled up. Her face went pale. For a second, she looked completely busted. But that look was quickly replaced by defensiveness. Before I could even fully explain how I felt, she went on the attack. She said I was snooping, that I was violating her privacy. I explained that it came up on my feed, that I wasn't looking for it. Then she switched tactics. She said, "It's not a big deal. It's just for fun." She told me I was being insecure and controlling. She said it was just content, that none of it was real. "It's a character I'm playing," she said. "It gets me followers and views. It's just a game. A game. A game where you pretend to be single to get attention from other men. A game you hide from your husband." That didn't sound like a game to me. It sounded like a betrayal. I tried to explain how it made me feel. I told her that it wasn't about the TikTok account itself. It was about the lying. It was about the fact that she felt the need to hide this part of her life from me. I asked her why she couldn't just be her authentic self online, why she had to create this alternate reality. I asked her what she was getting from these strangers that she wasn't getting from me, from our life together. Her answers were vague. She kept repeating that I was overreacting, that it was harmless. She accused me of not understanding social media, of being old-fashioned. The conversation went in circles. She minimized my feelings, and I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. She couldn't or wouldn't see how hurtful her actions were. To her, it was just pixels on a screen. To me, it was a crack in the foundation of our marriage. She said it was about validation, that it felt good to get compliments and feel desired. And a part of me gets that. But why did she need that validation from anonymous men on the internet? Isn't that what a partnership is for? To build each other up, to make each other feel loved and desired. The conversation ended without any real resolution. She promised she would delete the account, but it felt like she was doing it just to shut me up, not because she actually understood why it was so wrong. And honestly, I'm not even sure if deleting the account fixes the root problem. The problem isn't the app, it's the mindset behind it. It's the need for external validation from other men while in a committed marriage. It's the willingness to lie and hide things from your partner. So now I'm left here in this weird limbo. The account is gone, but the distrust lingers. I find myself looking over her shoulder when she's on her phone. I question what she's doing when she's quiet. The trust that I thought was rock solid has been shaken, and I don't know how to get it back. I keep replaying the conversation in my head. Was I overreacting? Am I just insecure, like she said? Or is this a legitimate red flag that points to deeper issues in our relationship? This whole experience has made me question the nature of social media and relationships. In this digital age, where does the boundary lie between harmless online fun and emotional infidelity? When does seeking validation online cross the line into betrayal? I truly don't have the answers. I love my wife, and I want to believe that this was just a misguided mistake, a temporary lapse in judgment fueled by the addictive nature of online attention. But I can't shake this feeling of unease. I can't shake the image of her living this secret life, a life that I was never meant to be a part of. If you've ever been in a similar situation, I would really appreciate your perspective. How did you handle it? Is it possible to rebuild trust after something like this? Is this the new normal for relationships, navigating these hidden online worlds? Or is it a clear sign that something is fundamentally broken? I feel lost, and I'm just trying to figure out where to go from here. How do you move forward when the person you trust the most has shown you a side of themselves that you never knew existed, and a side that they actively tried to keep from you? Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.